Welcome, everyone, to LSU's Tiger Stadium, one of the most intimidating environments in all of sports. This Death Valley crowd has been getting ready and hyped for this one. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into the snake pit of an environment just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the number 6 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he left that one in the end zone. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's a quick throw off the play fake. You get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking for some space. It's Shabira. Got to showcase his spin here, but dropped quickly after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. The shotgun running play call. Throws a stiff arm, and he's in the clear. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
The shotgun run call. And the ball to the ground. Looks like the offense able to recover it there.
Wow, that's just big-time awareness by his teammate to be able to scoop up that ball like it was a ground ball. As a result, the offense retains possession.
And the Canes will have 1st and 10 here. Offense looking to throw the ball. Trying to extend the play. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
Well, the pass rush does a good job of chasing him out of the pocket. He's trying to buy some time looking downfield, but he better be careful being too patient. He gets hit as he throws his football, and it falls incomplete.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Stopped after the catch at the 9, but it's 1st and goal now.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
A solid first down gain sets the ball up close to the goal line. Can they finish it off here on 2nd and goal? Trying to find the end zone off the right side. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown for the U.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
That completion sets up a 2nd down play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Bond. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with 3rd down and long.
And they'll try the quarterback sneak.
Good call here by the offensive coordinator. Go with quarterback sneak here on 3rd and inches, and he's going to get the first down. It's a great time to catch the defense off guard. Get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, get the lineman down, quarterback under the center, quick snap, and get the yardage you need for the first down.
Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. The defense all over him. They stop him right at the line.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Back in motion now. Using his legs here. Scrambling around now, looking downfield. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Not much on return there, but a great interception to give the offense the football at the 42.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. Ball handed off. And they've got him, but there's also a flag on the play. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. The Canes come to the line with 1st and goal. Intercepted right near the end zone. What a play. Going the other way, can they stop him? Inside the 40. At the 20. At the 10. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Chris, not only the awareness to come up with the interception, but the speed and athletic ability on the return. I thought he was going to take it all the way back, but the offense just did enough to keep him out of the end zone.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. Second and goal for the offense. They'll run it here. The fullback gets the carry. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, LSU.
The hammer. Second down and goal. Who better than the big fullback to get behind that big bruising offensive line? Old school touchdown for this offense.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Here's the handoff when the Jets sweep. Runs through the defender. Legs still churning, won't go down. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Chris, I think the defense's eyes were completely in the backfield looking at this quarterback because of the speed that he has. They respect it. But what hurt them is they lost contain, and they're vulnerable on the edges against that jet sweep because of the focus on the quarterback.
A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down. From the shotgun, drops back. Makes the grab. It's Shabira. Refusing to be brought down. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
Breaking free at the 35. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
You know, they tried to catch this defense napping on 1st and 10 by taking a shot downfield, but the defense does their job. They've got everybody covered, but I'm telling you, you better account for this quarterback because he can take off when things aren't there and use his legs, and he does that for the first down.
Handoff here from the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he...
Pass caught. Can he get in? They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Canes.
Chris, this guy's listed as a tight end, but to me, he's really a wide receiver. Here's an example of how he can use his size and speed to overmatch this defense for a touchdown.
And the point after is good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And they get him down to wrap up the first period of play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 14, LSU 7.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender was able to get a big paw on the ball and bat it away.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback keeps it here. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
That's exactly how you want to defend the option. You know, the old school way is assignment football. You have to account for the quarterback, the pitch man. Here, the quarterback had really nothing other than just kind of lower his head and get as much as he could. Fortunately for the defense, it wasn't very much.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. A short completion to the tight end. Oh, and he goes down after a short gain. That's not enough for the first down.
Really tight coverage here by this defense. Now, they give up the pass underneath, but do a nice job of rallying to the football to keep him short of that first down marker. And now we've got a decision here on 4th down.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop them this time. Catch hauled in here over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you could sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Past the 10. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Miami. So still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kirk.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
And he'll take off from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Handoff from the shotgun. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
He's tackled at the 22. 3rd down coming up.
That run sets up a critical 3rd down play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Oh, and he can't quite come up with the interception. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 4th down.
And I think the quarterback here forces the ball because it's 3rd down. But he's got to be careful having the ball on his own side of the field. That ball was almost picked off.
They bring the punter onto the field now. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. See if he can make something happen with the return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team.
And the Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Miami offense back out on the field. They really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Quarterback keeps the football. Makes a nice move there. Physical run earns the 1st down.
Boy, this offense does such a great job of putting the threat of the quarterback and the running back on this defense. It puts the defense in a tough spot because it's really hard to take both away. This time, the quarterback gets out and shows you the speed he has as well.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Off the RPO, caught to the right. They bring him down quickly, a short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the back.
Touchdown, Hurricanes. Still no answer for this offense.
Boy, this guy has a knack for the end zone, doesn't he? That's 2 touchdowns for this guy today, and I don't know if he's done yet.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And the extra point makes it a 28-7 game. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Miami 28, LSU 7.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
Tigers will take over. First and 10.
Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Goes to his right side there for the completion. We get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
Makes the catch for the defense, breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he lofts it deep over the middle. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Whoa, you talk about a big hit there. I think this guy holds on to this football at a critical 3rd down if this linebacker doesn't lower the blow. Great timing on that hit to prevent the PI call and to get this team to 4th down.
Punt team ready to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. But he's got some space here. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return.
And the Miami offense will take over. First and 10.
flip back to the QB. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and he's got it inside the 15. The gain moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. It's a second and goal play for the offense. Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Touchdown for the U. This offense cannot be stopped.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a third or a fourth later today.
The extra point is good. Now it's a 4-touchdown lead, 35-7. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. Brought down at the 28, and it's good enough for a first down. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play? Quarterback drops back. They're going to test the secondary. Oh, that one's picked off.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here. Less than 30 seconds before halftime. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here. I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. And now it's fumbled. What a decision. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover. So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuck out the drive with the takeaway.
Chris, that's back-to-back drives now that this offense has thrown interceptions. They've got to be able to regroup on the sideline, adjust their schemes, maybe their personnel groupings and formations, try to find a new way to attack, because right now, this isn't working.
Time running down, just one play left here in the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. They got him. It's a sack. The defense will take some momentum to halftime after that one. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Canes will kick it off to begin the second half. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. No surprise they're in a hole here. They've given the football away in each of the last two possessions. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
At only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up.
Not exactly the outcome this offense was hoping for here on the option. I'll give them credit. They didn't lose anything, so it wasn't a negative play. But this kind of play's got to be able to hit big and get down the sidelines for big yards.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Point down to the 28, and that's good enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
Anytime you're down at halftime, you get your minds together, you try to make some adjustments, you try to get things heading in a better direction. This offense is off to a great start after this play right here.
But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete. Important 2nd down play coming up. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Pressure is coming. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
2nd down now after the sack. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of the running back. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And he lofts it toward the sideline. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, they come out firing here to start this 2nd half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
Trying for a 4th down completion. He's going to take another shot right here. It's a 4th down stop. The offense will take over in plus territory.
Chris, what a great job here by this defense on this 4th down play. They knew exactly where to come up with that stop to get the turnover on downs, and they did it.
And the Miami offense is back on the field. Using his legs, it's Shabira. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop him.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down play coming up. Big throw caught on the left side. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Here's the 2nd down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Shabira. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
The Hurricanes are going to keep this drive rolling. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. So this defense finally makes a play. That's one of the few negative plays for this offense today.
Yeah, you said it, Chris. They don't have the easiest road to climb back in this one, but little plays like that can be points of positivity of what coaches will likely focus on is
touchdown, Canes. And the route is on.
I'll tell you what, a screen pass is tough to do, but when executed well, the result is this. Perfectly timed by the quarterback to drop it off to the back, gets the big lineman in front of it, all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away.
Miami, 42, LSU, 7.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last time they went for it on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance and a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
With the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Can he get there on the ground? Breaking free at the 35. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. At the 10. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. It was a foot race and he won it.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
Going after, not right through. Kickoff team on the field getting set now.
14.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And they stop him at the 11. Not good field position to start the drive. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. Finding some room at the 25. Heads out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big gain. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down, we're going to throw it. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit. And let's see if a comeback is in store here as we start the 4th quarter.
With the score, Miami, 42, LSU, 14.
Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Quarterback drops back. Grab behind the line. It's Thomas. Breaks loose at the 40. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the 1st down.
Chris, a lot of these NFL scouts think that his speed is unique. I think it's the route running and the instincts to read coverage that really separates him. He has put on a show today.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quick throw. That's an RPO caught on the left side. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long. Over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And he's finally tackled down at the 2-yard line. The Canes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. They'll try the option play here. Touchdown, Miami. And this one is getting ugly.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play called, and continuing to put points on the board.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
Miami 49, LSU 14.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. That's strong coverage there. They tackle him at the 11-yard line.
LSU Tigers will take over first and 10.
And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Finding space at the 20. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this is great execution here on this screenplay to the running back to pick up big yards and a first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They make the tackle, but it's a big gain. Ball near midfield, spotted at the 49.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but
it's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
Pickup of 2. Second down coming up.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll work the clock here with the running game. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed along with really dominant offensive line play.
Handoff to the back.
At the 39. Brings up second down.
Now it's second down here. Now here's the toss play. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. The Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And at first down, they go right back to him. They get him down, but that's a solid game.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
They're going to run the option. They'll toss it to the back. Bites off a defender. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space.
Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
The pocket breaking down. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
It's now second down.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. He'll take a deep shot here. The QB throws his 3rd pick of the day. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And that's a solid return after the interception.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock. Instead, throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
He's running out of time here. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. So the win streak